In this class, we will study about the third sort of the coordinating conjunction, or. The speaker links the two coordinate clauses with the coordinating conjunction or to reveal that one of the two experiences, conditions, or actions of the subject described by the verbs in the two coordinates is valid. This means that one of the two clauses linked by the coordinating conjunction is valid. There's the first example. You can drink a bottle of water or you can drink a bottle of coffee. The speaker applies a punctuation mark. The comma to reveal that a coordinate clause is finished. The first coordinate clause is completed, and the speaker applies the comma to reveal that the two clauses form a complete sentence, and the first clause is just finished, just completed, and the new clause is going to be stated after the coordinating conjunction that reveals the logical relationship between the two clauses. The speaker describes that the assumed action of the subject as the listeners. The reason why I state the actions described in each clause is the assumed action is because that each verb, the transitive verb drink, is described by the modal verb can. Assumed action of the subject as the listeners indicated by the phrase of the transitive verb can drink is conveyed to the different objects, a bottle of water and a bottle of coffee, in the two coordinate clauses. The speaker links the two coordinate clauses with the coordinating conjunction or to reveal that one of the two descriptions is valid. The speaker can briefly state the two clauses in this way. This is still a sentence that the two clauses are linked by the coordinating conjunction or, but we can say that the repeated part of the letter clause is abbreviated like this: coffee or coffee. Water or coffee. The speaker applies the coordinating conjunction or to link the objects water and coffee with the abbreviation for the repeated subjects you. The description can drink and the description of the object a bottle of in the second coordinate clause, except the object coffee, that the assumed action of the subject is conveyed. This first sentence is a bit applied, a bit converted into the application or with the application of the conjunction either. Correlative conjunction. I couldn't think of the term, but it just popped up. The speaker links the two objects with the determiner either to set the range of the object with the fact that one of the objects indicated by the material nouns water and coffee is valid. The effect of applying the correlative conjunction either ahead of the two object water and coffee is that the listeners can understand, the listeners can predict the context that one of the two options is going to be valid in a context. The speaker reveals the fact that one of the two clauses is valid with the correlative conjunction either applied as a determiner because of the abbreviated second coordinate clause. In this explanation, the correlative conjunction is stated to have the trait as a determiner because we abbreviate the repeated part of the letter clause, and this sentence seems like a clause, and we can need a way to understand the reason why this correlative conjunction is applied after this clause is abbreviated. This sentence is abbreviated to seem like a clause. So we can find the trait, the determiner, to understand the role of the correlative conjunction in a clause. The first conference is stated like this: I am fine with either. The correlative conjunction either is applied as a pronoun to indicate one of the objects, water and coffee, from the context consistent with the previous clause. The determiner has a tendency to indicate the subject or object that the definition of the determiner specifies. In this case, the correlative conjunction either also applies to that application of the determiner that can be understood, that can be analyzed to have the trait as a pronoun while indicating the specified subject or the object. The second example that the correlative conjunction either is applied is this: either students majoring the liberal arts or students majoring the sciences. The speaker applies the correlative conjunction either to start the sentence to reveal the information that one of the two conditions described in the two coordinate clauses is valid. As soon as the listeners hear the correlative conjunction either, the listeners can prepare to interpret this sentence, interpret the intent of the speaker in this sentence to say one of the two conditions is valid. In this conference, we will study about linking the clause to an imperative clause with a coordinating conjunction or. We studied that a clause is linked to an imperative clause with the application of the coordinating conjunction and we still and in that interpretation we try to consider the context, the situation that the imperative clause is stated ahead of the clause. When we apply the coordinating conjunction or, we still consider the situation that the imperative clause is delivered. There is a sentence: have a meal or you will drink a cup of water. The first clause, have a meal, sounds a bit imperative, or you can say a bit, this reminds us of an emergency. And the coordinating conjunction or is applied after the comma is applied, and so that it can reveal that the clause, the imperative clause, is fully stated. And the coordinating conjunction or reveals the other option that the listeners, the subject of the imperative clause, can be in. As an alternate way. In that case, we can still understand that one of the two conditions is valid according to the definition of the coordinating conjunction or. Let's read the explanation. The speaker links the two coordinate clauses with the coordinating conjunction or to convey the intention that the present condition of the listeners as the subject remains to be described by the transitive verb have. In the imperative clause, or will be changed into a new condition described by the phrase of the transitive verb will drink. In the other coordinate clause, because the definition of the coordinating conjunction or makes us consider one of the two conditions suggested by the two clauses is valid only.